Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine with Behind the Markets. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, and today I want to talk about semiconductor stocks. In the past 30 days, Intel is up 89%. AMD is up 71% in the past 30 days. And ARM Holdings, the new bad boy on the block, is up 74% in the past 30 days. Why is that happening? It's interesting how the AI race is evolving. You might remember last year, about a year ago, I talked about AI evolving in one of two ways. The two biggest opportunities in AI were robotics, of course, and agentic AI. And remember, agentic AI is when you actually can tell AI to do tasks for you. Very simple. It's a simple example. So for example, I can say to AI, every single morning, I want you to present all my data from these three sources. Go to database 1, database 2, database 3, pull the data and present it in a nice format. That is a simple form of agentic AI, and one way that me and everybody here at the company uses agentic AI. That saves us a lot of time. We used to have to spend hours going to database 1, database 2, database 3, putting it on a Microsoft Excel sheet or a Google sheet and really putting it out in charts. Now, it doesn't take us any time. It's done for us. It's served to us like a restaurant. Anyway, agentic AI is how this is starting to evolve. And there's a new metric in the past 30 days in the CPU GPU race. In the very beginning of the AI evolution, it was all about GPUs, graphic processor units, which basically Nvidia had a monopoly on, but it still has a monopoly on. And everybody thought CPUs were dead. But now we're seeing the rise of CPUs as we move to agentic AI. The CPU is reasserting itself basically as an indispensable foundation of the AI era. Quote, CPU now serves as the orchestration layer and critical control plane for the entire AI stack. That is Intel's CEO, Lip-Bu Forgive me if I butchered that. So the key metric, and this is the most important metric that you have to get from this video here. The key metric is the CPU to GPU ratio. This is what's driving all these stocks much higher. The CPU to GPU ratio. For the first year of AI, first 2 years, we'll call it 2.5 years, it used to be 1 to 8, meaning that there was one CPU for every 8 GPUs. Now it's 1 to 4. So basically, the ratio of GPUs sold to CPUs is now 1 to 4. It's reaching parity. And the CEO goes on to say, quote, I think towards parity or even better, meaning that for every GPU sold, there will be a CPU sold. And again, remember, before with CPUs, when the AI race, when these models were just ChatGPT and you log it on your computer, there were 8 GPUs sold for every 1 CPU. Now it's 4 GPUs sold to every 1 CPU. And the CEO of Intel and other people think that it is going to head towards parity, meaning for every 1 GPU sold, there will be 1 CPU sold too. So you're starting to see that CPUs are really starting to really push and exert themselves in this AI arms race as we move towards agentic AI, AI that can do things for us. It's very, very important. And I think that is where folks, business owners that I know, all my friends who are CEOs, they're rushing to agentify their business. We're coming up with fun names for the project, Project Agent Smith, Project Prometheus, and we're all focused on having agentic AI save us as much time as possible. Because remember, the key to business is return on investment. You want to get the highest return. You want to get higher returns and lower your investment. Always. It's always that relationship there, that equation. And this helps lower your investment by lowering the time it takes to do something. Meaning that I can take everybody here who spends 2 hours a day doing data, for example, just throwing that M around, and I can have agentic AI do it for us like an assistant, And those people now can take their productive time and their extra time that they've saved and push it towards higher return on investment activities, revenue generating activities, et cetera, et cetera. As a matter of fact, Evercore was out with a note last week saying that it can go, this parity relationship could go 8-to-1 in the other direction. 8 CPUs for every 1 GPU. Talk about the balance of power shifting from Nvidia to AMD, Intel, and ARM. And, I mean, it's unbelievable. And it looks like those are the 3 big winners in this CPU race: Intel, AMD, and ARM. So it's very interesting how this is all evolving in ways that I could not have foreseen. But I will tell you something else. As an aside here to wrap this video up, on August 22nd, 2025, the Trump administration announced that the U.S. took a 10% stake in Intel. The position was purchased at $20 a share, $20.47 a share. It's worth $8.7 billion. And it was also followed by a $5 billion investment from Nvidia just 27 days later. Yesterday, as of Friday, Intel hit its highest level on record, even higher than the dot-com bubble, with that position now up 315% for a gain for the United States of $28 billion. And Friday was Intel's largest daily gain since October 29th, 1987. Interesting. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow.